Good. How are you?
Doing well. How are you? Can we help you with something?
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
No, you cannot.
Why can't I get your name and badge
Why
number?
are you walking around filming? This is a restricted area.
No, it's not. Can I get your name and badge number?
No, sir, you may not.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
No.
I can't get either of your name and badge numbers.
No, sir. Not
So-
know what you're here for.
So then we're done talking.
Okay.
Can I get your name and badge number, ma'am? So none of you want to give me your name and badge number?
No, sir.
How do I know you're really police officers?
Well, you're standing in the police department parking lot.
This is a public
You're
park.
filming-
This is a
you're
public
filming
parking lot.
police vehicle.
This is a public parking lot.
Okay.
Public.
You have business here at the police
This,
department?
I do have business.
Okay.
This is a public parking lot. You clearly marked the areas that are restricted with restricted signs. Haven't gone in any of those areas.
Okay, so are you refusing to leave the area? Do you have any identification?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have any identification?
Do you have a driver's license that's signed on the back of it?
Unless you have reasonable, articulable suspicion.
With your signature on the back
Unless
of it.
unless you have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
Okay, well the suspicion is you're walking around in an area filming police.
Is that a crime?
It's suspicious.
You need reasonable suspicion of a crime.
Okay.
That's the statute in Alabama, sir.
This is Georgia.
I mean Georgia. That's the statute in Georgia. Excuse me.
So do you have a driver's license?
Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion I've committed a crime?
Well, so I'm gonna. So without going any further, if you have a Georgia driver's license or any driver's license in the United States of America and it's signed on the back, you're saying when you sign this, that an officer asks you for it, you're going to produce it.
That's not true at all. That is
How do you know
false.
that?
That's false because I know my rights and I know the law.
Okay.
Obviously you don't.
Okay.
Signing the back of your driver's license, whatever that means, does not mean that you can come up to me at any time you want.
I can come up to you anytime I want.
You can. You can.
It's called a Tier 1 encounter.
Okay. Are you detaining me?
No.
Okay, great.
You're free to leave.
See ya.
Tier 1
Bye.
encounters aren't detainment, sir. It's just verbal, like what we're doing right now.
I understand, but you should be professional enough to identify yourself to the member of a
Have I
public.
been rude to you?
But be professional and identify yourself. That's it. You're a public servant. I'm sure your policy at the Rome Police Department is to identify yourself. Can I speak to a supervisor?
Sure.
I'd like to speak to a supervisor.
Call 911.
I'm asking you. This is a Tier 1 encounter. I'm asking you.
You can ask for a supervisor.
I'm asking you to call a supervisor to the scene.
No, sir. You
Because
can call
you're
911.
escalating a situation that doesn't need to be escalated. You don't know the law, and neither do you.
Okay.
Reasonable suspicion of a crime. That's when you can demand ID. Other than that, I'm a free citizen. I can do whatever I'd like.
Once again, you're going up to cars and filming the inside of those cars.
Is that a crime?
You are in a restricted area.
Okay.
Interfering with government property. Yes.
Okay, that's not a crime.
You are interfering with government.
But it's not a crime. It's not a crime. You're not suspicion enforcement, you're law enforcement. I understand you coming up to me and talking to me, but it would have de-escalated the situation even better if you would have identified yourself properly to a member of the public. By all of you saying, starting with you, you're not getting my name and badge number, that's escalating a situation higher than it needs to be.
You asked me if I
And
would give you my
how am I supposed to hold you accountable? How am I supposed to hold you accountable? I have no idea who you are. I have no idea who you are.
The badge on my shirt.
I have
The
no.
badge on my belt.
On your
did
belt.
Because you identified me as a law enforcement officer.
I need to know who you are. Who you are.
Okay, I am a law enforcement officer.
Who? Who are you? Who are you? What is your name and your badge number so I can hold you accountable? It's not my
Like I
concern.
said, you can contact 911 and request a supervisor to come over here and you can speak with them.
I would like a supervisor to come here to educate you guys, because obviously you think you can identify anybody who you want for any given reason because of a
You're doing the same
license.
thing, correct? You're asking for my identification.
Because you are the public servant. I am not.
you're
You
the
work for the public. You work for the public. It is your policy to identify yourself to the public. You are in violation of your departmental policy as we speak.
You don't even know what my policy is.
I do know your policy because I looked it up before I came here. Your policy is to identify yourself to the public.
I don't
And
work
plus,
for Rome.
it doesn't matter. First of all, it's just being professional.
Well, so
You're working.
courteous if somebody comes to you politely and asks you for identification.
I will give you my identification. You give me your driver's license.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you my name if you'll tell me your name.
You're the public servant here. I'm not going to play these games with you. I just told you. Give me, you're the one playing games.
Let me tell you, if you came in here and you're doing this to draw attention to yourself.
I didn't draw attention to nothing. You came up to me. You don't want to identify yourself. That's escalating the situation. You could have said, "Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Officer Smith, badge number 222.
Actually, my name's Agent Jones.
Agent Jones.
148.
Great. That's great.
Okay. So the big concern
Agent Jones,
is
you need to learn the law of your state.
There's a lot of police cars in here, and it's just kind of suspicious when you're filming inside police cars, which is there's restricted information in these cars. It is kind of a normal, reasonable person would not do that. Is it fair to say that? Would it be reasonable?
Why would you leave a computer on in your car?
I didn't say a computer. Where did you see a computer on?
What sensitive information could I get from looking inside of a police car that my tax dollars help fund? I'm checking out the police cars.
There's only a part of a police car that most people see. The front part of it, there's a lot of stuff up there, right?
I'm just checking out a police car that my tax dollars help fund. That's it.
I'll tell you what. If you want to look inside a police car, we can let you look inside one. If that's what you like to
But
do.
you're giving me a hard time for even looking out inside of one.
It's just the way you're going about doing it. So like if you were doing this out like in a subdivision, just kind of looking around houses and stuff like that, even from the sidewalk, and you're not from that area, it draws attention. And that's kind of what
This is
we're dealing with
public.
here.
This is
Okay,
public.
well, that's fine. It's public, but the police cars are public.
You have restricted area. Do you see that fence over there? That's a restricted area, right? That fence right there.
I
That's a.
would say
That is because it says restricted on the outside. So my point is,
Are you
if
a
you
juror? By chance?
if you have a restricted area and you don't want people looking in your cars, put the cars in the restricted area, and I won't go and look at them. I was just checking them out because I've never been to Rome before. I'm looking at the police cars. That's it. There's nothing wrong with looking at the police cars.
So I tell you what. I told you go.
Is that what you tell everybody? That you have because they signed the back of their driver's license? Can I?
So most of the
Agent
time,
Jones?
when you're dealing with people and an officer asks you for driver's license, that's what you're going to do. And also it says you're going to adhere to the laws of the state of Georgia when you sign the back of your license, correct? Is that what that says?
All I know is that that it doesn't give you the right
But you don't
to
know.
identify whoever you choose, especially when you didn't even want to identify yourself to me.
All right. What, sir? I don't know who you are. I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, Agent Jones.
You're probably going to have other people come up and talk to you if you keep looking around police.
Why don't you let them know that I'm not doing anything wrong, or I'm not doing anything
So
illegal?
you're not from Rome. Where are you from?
I'm not doing anything illegal, sir.
That's fine. I'm just
Sir,
person to person.
please go about your day, please.
This is a public area, right? I can hang out here all I want.
Okay, great.
Didn't we?